Hey guys, so like I said in my recent news update video, there has been another data leak of heroes, and this new data leak contains information about a bunch of future heroes for Dota 2. So this video is going to be one of many videos where I'm going to analyze, speculate and make predictions about the heroes revealed in this new data leak. And this is part 5 of those videos. So without further ado, let's begin the data leak analysis. In this video I'm going to talk about the Shadow Wraith hero. He seems to have a lot of sand related spells despite being called the Shadow Wraith, so I think he's like a mirage-inducing ghost-like entity. This hero is similar to the Hon hero named Pharaoh, who is Clockwork's counterpart in Hon, and he also seems to have drawn some inspiration from the League hero Nocturne. And you see why I say this as we go over his abilities. Shadow Wraith have 3 spells that mentions a blade, and I think this Cruel Edge ability might be an ability similar to Nocturne's Umbra Blades. I also think the abilities called Simmerstone Blades and Venom Blades might be toggleable sub-abilities of the Cruel Edge ability, where the 2 blades give 2 different attack modifications to the Shadow Wraith's attacks. And I think the Simmerstone Blades basically acts like Blightstone, while Venom Blades acts like Orb of Venom. Enshroud seems to be a mixture of Smokescreen and Sandstorm, which reduces enemies' vision when they are inside the cloud, while also rendering the Shadow Wraith invisible to the viewers outside the cloud. This is similar to the League's Bush mechanic. Dust Devil is another sand related spell because the Dust Devil basically means a small whirlwind of sand and dust particles. So maybe it will be like a damaging ice vortex. Maybe the Enshroud spell I mentioned earlier might also allow the Shadow Wraith to hide within the Dust Devil if needed. This makes me think that the Dust Devil and Enshroud might be the same spell with 2 components, where the active component is the Dust Devil while Enshroud is the passive component. Then we have Phantom and Phantom Cancer, which are obviously the same spell. Based on its name, I think it might be similar to the Phantom Embrace ability. But instead of a phantom thrown at the enemy to latch onto, I think the Shadow Wraith is the phantom in this ability, because Nocturne also have a similar ability where he jumps on his enemy. And since this ability have a cancer sub ability, I think this ability might have a negative effect on the Shadow Wraith while he is latched onto an enemy and attacking the enemy. Maybe something like his silence during it? Or if I was given the task to create this hero and go wild with my imagination and be creative, I think both Shadow Wraith and the target he's latched onto is gonna become targetable as the same unit while the spell is active. Meaning in this form both of them can be attacked by enemies and allies, and they share the damage they take. Maybe that Enshroud spell I mentioned earlier might cause this shared damage taken by the Shadow Wraith to be reduced when he is inside the Dust Devil. So I think this Phantom Cancer spell exists to allow the Shadow Wraith to detach from the enemy target he is latched onto based on the situation. And then we have the Shadow Wraith's last ability, which is the Wall of Sand, which I think is a spell similar to Ice Shards, Fissure or Ice Wall. I think this wall will block every unit except the Shadow Wraith, who can just phase through it because he is a Wraith. But since this wall is made out of sand, I think enemies and maybe even allies can attack this wall to break it like Clockwork's power cogs. This ties him to the Clockwork's counterpart in Hon named Pharaoh, and this would also explain all the sand related spells he has because he is based on this Pharaoh hero. And because he has so many sand related spells, his name Shadow Wraith should probably be changed into something like Sand Wraith or Mirage to make any sense. And Hon actually have a hero named the Sand Wraith. I'm pretty sure that the Shadow Wraith is not based on the Sand Wraith in terms of abilities, because the Sand Wraith is basically Spectre's counterpart in Hon, and we already have Spectre. But the Sand Wraith and the Shadow Wraith might be similar in terms of appearance. And I think the only reason why he has this name Shadow Wraith is because he drew inspiration from Nocturne, who is like a wraith made of shadows. I actually know who the Shadow Wraith is, but as usual after I found out who he is, I overanalyzed his backstory, and I soon fell down a rabbit hole of theories and headcanons, and I found myself with too much information about the Shadow Wraith to put in this video. So much so that I think he deserves a video on his own. And because of this same reason, I cannot tell you guys who he is, because it will ruin the surprise. But don't worry, that video will be out soon, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's it for this video guys, but this is just part 5 of many videos where I talk about the heroes revealed in this new data leak. And if you guys want to check out the other parts of this data leak analysis, I'll leave the links for those videos in the description box below. Also let me know your thoughts about the Shadow Wraith hero, because I would love to know what you guys think about him. And with that said, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.